There must be strict adherence to the rule of law and protection for all citizens by the President and all his appointees. The President must be held accountable for the actions of his appointees and must be ready to sanction those that carry out any act which will ridicule or endanger our country and our democracy. The National Assembly will not hesitate to invoke its constitutional powers if nothing is done to address the above resolutions.
According to the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, the functions of the three arms of government, which are the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary, differs from one arm to the other, despite the oversight functions they carry out. Though there has always been conflict of interest between the executive and the legislature in Nigeria, one of which is a recent resolution of the National Assembly which threatened to invoke its constitutional powers of checking the president. Commenting on the issue, respondents advised the executive and the legislature to endeavor to resolve their differences in the interest of the citizens.
Conflicts are not strange in a democratic environment. What is wrong is if these conflicts are not resolved clearly in accordance with the provisions of the law. Nobody is above the law. The executive has its limits just as the legislature have the limits. So essentially my call upon Nigerians is to support the three arms of government and encourage them to act in accordance with the law.
In a democratic process, it is usual to have a seeming disagreement between the legislative arm and the executive arm of government. If truth is really going to prevail and development of any nation is really going to be brought to the fore.
There is supposed to be working relationship between the executive and the legislature to move the country forward. But for quite some time now, there have been unnecessary acrimony.
Although the respondents said they would not want to trade blames, they advised the presidency to urgently address the issues raised by the National Assembly, which include insecurity and unemployment, amongst others.
Let the arms of government play their constitutional role for the benefit of Nigerians.
The National Assembly and, of course, the executive arm of government must have that synergy in the interest of the nation.
That there is need for the executive arm of government and the legislative arm of government to work together for the development of our country.
The respondents advocated for peaceful resolution between the two arms of government in the interest of the populace. Aigboje Ikhuoria reporting.